Good morning. It's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to pull some cards and share some guidance for the next 3 days. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the 12th, the 13th and the 14th of August. 2024. So while you're coming over, I want to send out a big extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons for August, my Pillar of Light members, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. And I also want to send out a big thank you to everyone. I had a few people from Temple of Balance actually come and visit me at the Oatlands Heritage Festival over the weekend. So it was great to see you all, and thank you so much for visiting. So thank you for being here, and I'm coming to you live now from Tasmania, Australia, where it is Monday the 12th of August and the time is 8:24 a.m. So welcome. And if you're new to watching, what I'm going to be doing is using my Oracle cards. I'll be using my combined deck of Animal Kingdom Oracle with my Speed of Light Oracle cards. And I'll be using this combined deck of 110 cards to find the best cards that the majority of us need for Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. And then the best card for the theme for these next 3 days. So I'm not pulling cards for individuals. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that Something Shared supports you at this time. So I do recommend that you take on board what feels right, what resonates, and what fits into your life easily, and let the rest go. Good morning. Good morning, Jocelyn and Pamela and Andrea, and Valentina's here. Jocelyn says it's freezing here where Jocelyn is. And Renee, good morning to you. It's great to see you. Oh, you're the Jocelyn that popped in to visit me yesterday. Excellent. It was great to see you. And I'm sorry I was busy. We didn't get to have a hug, but it was great to see you. Thanks, Jocelyn. So I'm looking for the best card for Monday, the 12th of August. Monday, the 12th of August. I'm looking for the best card that the majority of us need for Monday, the 12th. So the best card is, what is it? It's going to be this. It's a Speed of Light Oracle card. And it's Prayer, card 2. It says ask, help, answers and improvement. We actually haven't seen this card for a while. So when we start seeing new cards, because it's interesting with the cards to me, because there are some that seem to just sort of show up regularly. And then there are many cards actually that we barely even see in the deck. And this is one of them. So when we have a change in sort of the regularity of cards, it sort of suggests some sort of shift that's taking place as well. So this is card 2 called Prayer. And it's basically suggesting that we ask for help and really make sure what we're asking for. So the question or the problem is that we're really clear about what that is, because this is like an answered prayer. So how can a clear answer come if we're not being clear about the question, or if we're not being clear about the intention, or we're not being clear about the problem? So if we're really looking for a clear answer, we need to make sure we've got a clear question, because if our question is muddy and we're waiting for a clear answer, it's probably going to be muddy too. It's like if I was to work with my cards here and I was unconfident and I was unclear about what I was doing, it's going to make for an unclear and unconfident reading. So we have to make sure our intentions in approach are clear if we want clear answers back, or we want clear solution back. So let's make sure our questions and problems and the clarity is clear for us so that we can get a clear answer back. This card's also implying improvement. So things are improving. Maybe things that we thought, perhaps even in the last couple of days, that were on the decline, we might find on Monday start to improve. It may even be over the last couple of weeks that things that we've felt to be declining may surprise us on Monday. So there is a sense of improvement, something improving. And we've been encouraged to put out our calls for help from our heart. So if you can't do whatever it is that you're doing on your own, if you need help, if you need expert advice, if you need support in some way to be able to do what needs to be done, then also make sure that you're asking for help. People are not mind readers, generally speaking, or mostly speaking. So to assume that your partner's a mind reader and knows that you're struggling with something is probably a flaw. So let's be careful that we're not expecting others to be mind readers and that we're clearly communicating what we need help with. Are you asking for help in a clear way? Or are you waiting for others to just see that you need it? Because it's unlikely going to be noticed. So make sure you're clear. So there's a communication element too with this card. Clear communication. That's for Monday. Now I'm looking for the best card for Tuesday the 13th of August. And the best card that the majority of us need for Tuesday is this here. It's another Speed of Light Oracle, which are very popular in our last couple of readings. And we've got another card we haven't seen for a little while. This is Rosemary, card 20. And it says, beauty, self-love, kindness, and balance. So this is very much an introspective card. There's a potential withdrawal feeling as we would withdraw from the outer world as much as we can and as much as we need to, and a retreat internally. So there is this sort of pulling inward feeling with this card. It's about reconnecting. We've got the crown chakra highlighted here, reconnecting with our heart. She's showing a bit of cleavage, so this is also about nurturing ourselves on Tuesday. We might feel a bit slow moving. We might be feeling at the moment a little bit under pressure, especially with perhaps our own self-doubt, or perhaps we're feeling a bit of, or maybe a lot of lack of self-confidence, and maybe we're lacking in self-belief. Maybe there's this opinion or approach to ourselves that is in more of the low state at the moment. So if we are able, if we have the time to make time on Tuesday to reconnect and to nurture, reconnect with ourselves, nurture ourselves, look after our body, and be really kind and gentle with ourselves as we kind of replenish our energy levels so that we can return back to the everyday stuff that we've got going on in our life. Now, we may not be able to have the whole day, but maybe we're busy anyway, but maybe in the back of our mind, we can keep the intention of being kinder to ourselves, maybe dropping the self-criticism, that kind of thing, and be more encouraging towards ourselves. Now, if we're waiting for other people to offer this to us, it's probably not going to come. So if we're waiting on support and nurturing and care and love from others, and we're expecting that from them, again, going back to this expecting others to be mind readers, it's probably not going to come. So this is about offering what we need to ourselves to replenish us, to help us continue and be able to keep going. So let's be kind, let's be gentle with ourselves, let's support ourselves, especially Tuesday, but I get a feeling that Monday we can probably add in here because it's running on a bit of a similar feeling and theme. So we can replenish our energy levels, support ourselves, become our best supporter instead of expecting unrealistically others to be there to support us. So if we're disappointed because others aren't supporting us the way we want it, then we might not be communicating that, or we might be putting unrealistic expectations of people around us being mind readers or knowing what we need when we don't even know what we need. So again, it comes back to Monday's reading about being really clear about the question, being really clear about whatever the problem is, instead of trying to expect something unrealistic from other people or something unrealistic from life. So it might be a good time to withdraw. We might already be feeling this. to withdraw, to sit quietly, to contemplate, to write in our journal, to pull out our cards, to meditate, and just get really clear about what it is we're feeling, what it is we want, what it is that we want to do, what is it that we need. And that could be really powerful for us, because once we know that clearly, then we can go out seeking the solution or the answer to that question. So that's for Tuesday. This is very interesting. So what's Wednesday's card going to be? I'm looking for the best card now for Wednesday, the 14th of August. And the best card for Wednesday is, let's go with this card. Well, we're breaking the trend. We've got an Animal Kingdom Oracle card now, and it's this. It's the Raven, card 17. It says to face your shadow with honesty. So this is a bit of a confrontational card, and it can bring confrontation, as anything shadowy tends to do, because the shadowy energy is that which sits within us. It's like, it can be like the elephant in the room that we're avoiding. It can be our fear, our insecurities, our own issues and problems and wounds that we carry from the past that kind of sit down inside us like shadows. Sometimes the shadows aren't even clear to us, that we can feel a fear and project that into our life without actually knowing what the fear is. So again, we're coming back to this clarity thing and really getting clear about what our fear is, or what our insecurity is, what our wound is, what our issue is in a specific situation perhaps, or just how we're feeling at this time. We might have these sort of mixed, scattered emotions and reactions and triggers to things that may be quite puzzling to us. How's anyone else going to understand them if we don't understand them ourselves? So it almost feels to me like the next few days we're on a quest for clarity. So clarity brings confidence. Confidence and clarity go together. So it's likely if we're on a quest for clarity, then we're probably also on a quest for confidence. I find probably, and what I'm feeling with these cards and the energy, is our quest for clarity will probably bring confidence with it, rather than looking for the confidence and then clarity coming with the confidence. It's a bit like the clarity is the horse and the confidence rides the horse. So they go together, but I feel like the clarity is what's really directing things at the moment. So it could be good to ask things like, where am I feeling confused? What do I need to understand about this situation? And even simple things like I said before, what do I need? What do I want? What do I feel in this situation? Asking ourselves questions and then feeling for the answers, or even meditating on them if they're not coming quickly, can help give us the clarity. So if you're looking for confidence, I can almost bet that you're actually looking for clarity. So what is it that you need to be clear about? Perhaps it's your future. Maybe it's your current situation. Maybe it's understanding your past and understanding yourself more. So Wednesday, potentially we've got shadows stirring. We've got honesty and truth coming to the forefront. Making sure, how are we going to get clarity? How are we going to find an answer or solution if we're not being honest with how we feel, and if we're not being honest about the problem or the question that we're seeking an answer or a solution to? If we are lying to ourselves, or we're avoiding and denying the truth, then we're not going to be able to find the clarity, because the clarity is only attracted to the truth. So, and this feels like a personal thing. It's not necessarily, although it could be perhaps for some, but it's not necessarily the answer to some mathematical equation, which is more something we figure out technically. This feels personal. So it feels personal. We need to be honest with ourselves. We need to be as honest as possible with ourselves and in our interactions with others, so that we can get to the crux and the core of the problem. and that will then lead us towards the solution. So if you're finding yourself really stressing out perhaps, or really focused on the answer, the solution, what am I going to do next? Might need to reel it and rein it back a step and go, right, what is it that I want? And ask some really core questions to establish that foundation to then let the answer and the solution come to us, because it will. Once we have a clear question and clear about the problem, what is it that we want, the clarity actually ends up coming to us. We start attracting that. So maybe there's a lot to think about, isn't there, with these? They all seem to be quite connected. So Wednesday, face our shadow with honesty. Interesting. I'm very interested to see what the theme card is, which I'm going to pull in just a moment. Before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment. Please share if you're inspired to. And if you'd prefer to connect more privately, then please send us a message through our website. If you find these videos helpful and you would like to keep seeing these videos appearing in your newsfeed, then I am going to need your support. So if you haven't supported for a while, or if you've never supported my work and you do find these valuable, then I really encourage you to please visit my website, grab yourself a deck of cards or two, or find yourself something else there. Book yourself a service, grab yourself some earrings or a pendant, book a spirit guide drawing, maybe book something to our Temple of Balance's 20th birthday events if you're in the area, or if you're wanting or thinking about coming to Tasmania. Your support is essential in me being able to keep being here. And so please visit templeofbalance.com.au if you would like to continue seeing these videos. We're just about to turn 20, and I've been here for almost 20 years, thanks to your support and people like you from the past. But if we want to continue, I'm going to need support. So this is almost a plea for support if you would like to keep seeing Temple of Balance here in your news feed. So please take a moment to visit templeofbalance.com.au and see if there's anything there that speaks to you, so you can support my work and exchange what I'm providing for you freely, if you would like to exchange that, sort of like a donation, but purchasing something on my website. I'd be very grateful, and you would absolutely make my day. So now I'm looking for the best card for the theme. The theme card will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's the 12th, the 13th and the 14th of August. So we've got a bit of a theme going on, and I'm very interested to see which card wants to add to that. So the best card for the theme for these next 3 days for the majority of us is this. It's an Animal Kingdom Oracle card. And we have the monkey, just for a bit of fun to throw in here. Card 13, the monkey. It says to cooperate. Now, the thing that's really standing out first with this particular card, especially based on what I've already talked about, is we're being encouraged to cooperate with ourselves and to find a flow, or flow might be a bit of an extreme word, especially if we're at a bit of this push and this pull, this bit of a tug at the moment with ourselves, and things are in flux and perhaps feeling scattered. Flow might be a bit of an extreme word, although it may resonate with some of us, but maybe cooperation is a better word. How can we cooperate better with ourselves, especially on our quest for clarity, or our quest for a solution, our quest for an answer, which is basically clarity? So while we're on this quest for clarity, how can we cooperate? How can we move with the energy? How can we move with things instead of resisting and avoiding and denying ourselves the truth? There is this sense of flow with the monkey, and I'm seeing it, the monkey kind of swinging from branch to branch. So there is this sense of movement and this sense of flow, and what we are gripping and holding on to as we move forward over these next few days. There is a potential social element, which is a little surprising because there does feel to be a general sense of withdrawal over the next few days as we retreat inward. But we might find that we're having to do that even when we have to be social. So it can be, there are things that we have to do. There's work that needs to be done. There are family and people in our care that we need to tend to. So there will still probably be people around even though we feel a bit withdrawn and maybe a bit detached in general. So the monkey does feel a bit mischievous, does feel a bit playful. So we are being encouraged to take this seriously, but also to lighten up at the same time. Let's take it seriously when it needs to be serious, when we're contemplating, but let's have some fun along the way and we're traveling through this period. Finding clarity, I really feel this is the ultimate goal for many of us, is our quest for clarity. So what do you need to find clarity about? And I trust it arrives for you in the next few days. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic few days, and I look forward to connecting with you again very soon. Take care of yourself, and goodbye for now.